it's interesting to me that it really hasn't surfaced until COVID, which is, you know, just a time of, I think unconsciously I'm feeling unsafe, even though I know that the eternal me is completely safe.
More about feeling unsafe. Like, what feels unsafe right now?
It's all about illness and death. And yet I know, like, I've been out of my body. I've had experiences where I've had direct visceral knowledge of of my essence. So I know that, like, not even intellectually, I know that we go on. I know that part of me cannot be hurt. I know there's nothing to fear in death. And yet it's like this, it's like, my mind is just like obsessed with that fear.
Yeah. And it's a fear of dying, a fear of death. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the fear of it? What are you afraid of?
It's funny when you ask that question, I just feel like exploding. There's this like toddler inside throwing a temper tantrum saying, I didn't know this was what life was. Like, I didn't know it was going to all disappear. I didn't know, there was all this, like, I'm not in control. I didn't know that there's uncertainty all the time, even before COVID. I didn't know that this is all fleeting. It's going to all go away. Like, I didn't know, like, I didn't get the rule book.
Yeah. So shock and disbelief, and can you make space for everywhere right now? Yeah. There's a betrayal.
Shock is a great word. I just like, wait a minute. I didn't know. I didn't understand. How could I have not seen that? I didn't know what life was.
And now it's shocking to realize that everything is fleeting, including the body.
Right.
And it sounds like, along with shock, I mean, there's a loss. Like, I lose everything, this, like, I have what I have, and
yes,
I'm going to lose it.
Yes.
Yeah. There's such a beautiful invitation in this, and I think you probably know this anyway, to some degree, that yes, everything's fleeting. Everything is temporary. Everything in form.
Yes.
Is temporary. Yes. And it's a constant, if we look for it, there's constant reminders. We come and meet, we're going to end. We take a breath and then it goes, and then we take the next breath. It's a constant forming and losing, forming, losing, forming, losing. That's what life is.
Yeah, it's just so funny. I feel like, oh my God, I lived for so many years without knowing that. I almost feel stupid. Like, oh my gosh, I didn't know. My daughter doesn't know. Like.
And it sounds like, in that not realizing it, there's been attachments, like, oh, this is my life. I have my stuff. I have all those books behind you. This is who I am. And then it's like, wait a minute, all of this goes?
Right.
Yeah. It's
right. I have to
the hook is the attachment here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the little one is saying, the toddler's saying, well, I attached to everything because I just thought it was going to be here forever. And now it's like, wait, I have to let this all go.
Yeah, there's so much grief. I feel so much grief. Like, I have to say goodbye, like, not only did I have to say goodbye to my parents and my husband's parents and my stepbrother and my brother-in-law, like, but now I have to say goodbye to, like, all of it, even my own body. Even, even beyond that.
Life is bringing you some fiery spiritual lessons.
I know.
Yeah.
And your work has been so helpful. Oh, Gail, you have no idea.
I'm glad.
Thank you.
Mm.
Your books are amazing. Your meditations are so comforting.
There was a time in my life where I went around to all of my stuff and I said, what if this goes? What if this goes? And I really let myself contemplate the loss of everything I could think of, including lots
It's
of different ways that the body can lose functioning.
I do that a lot, but it's very, very painful. Like with my husband, oh my God,
Mm.
so painful. I do that and I feel like I'm torturing myself when I do that.
Yeah.
But I also recognize the attachments are so strong and that, like I really want to die like at peace. I want to live in peace.
Mhm.
I want to live in peace and I want to die at peace. I want it to, I want it to be grace. I want all of it to be graceful, but who knows, I mean,
Yeah. Yeah. So if what I did doesn't feels overwhelming for you, don't do that. Go more slowly with this process. Yeah. But you're realizing like the attachments, maybe they need some attention. Yeah. And do that in a way that feels resonant for you and not too overwhelming.
do you have anything else to say about that in terms of suggestions? I mean, I hear what you just said, but is there something more that you'd like to say about that?
No, I don't have any particular, tips or anything, but just keep listening, keep checking in with yourself so that you don't get overwhelmed. But, if you feel called to investigate these attachments, then if it feels right, follow that. Yeah, but just stay very close to your inner experience. I mean, there's no magical way to do it. It's just like, oh, contemplating this could go. Yeah,
Yeah, thank you.
really powerful. Yeah, thank you. For your openness here, your willingness to be vulnerable here, and the functioning of the physical body. I mean, it's all going to go at some point, and maybe it's yes, it's all going to go that we die, but we get sick, we lose, we trust our bodies, and then all of a sudden we realize we can't trust them anymore. Yes, we don't own anything as personal people, like we don't own anything. Everything is free and of consciousness, including ourselves, our bodies, our loved ones.
Wow, it's such a big lesson.
Yeah. What that often brings up for people, just to kind of go in a different direction for a bit, is gratitude. Like, wow, I get this now. I get to have this now. I don't know how long now is going to be, but it's here right now. Yeah.
I feel that sometimes. Like yesterday, I was washing dishes and I was like, I'm well enough to wash dishes.
Yeah. Yeah. Beautiful. That's the balance, right? To feel the attachments and the loss and the pain and all of that. And don't forget to be grateful for what you do have when you have it. It's given. It's given. It's like, thank you for giving me this.
Yes. And I've been seeing that too a lot.
Yeah, excellent. Good. So just everybody just take in like what would this understanding do for the rest of your day? If you were able to bring this understanding that everything is fleeting and you have what you have right now, how do you live that?